Crikey. Deck has joined the room. Everybody's joined the room. Just doing a quick message to Phil saying, sorry Phil, can't join. Cannot join the party right now. Right, so probably can hear me talking right now. I'm going to press this button so we can see what's happening. Let's see if it will allow me to go on board with people. Ruff. So I can go that one. I'm looking backwards, which is the wrong one, but whatever. So just crashed. So I'm going to change my options quickly so that I've got the right one. Come on, controllers. There's actually a controller thing, isn't there? I should Well, you can see what it's it should be. So that one should be toggle high-low beams, flash and toggle high-low beams, that one. And that one should be, what's that one? Reverse. That one's flash and toggle high-low beams. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so the windscreen wipers, flash and toggle high-low beams, but that's flash and toggle high-low beams. So if I keep that as looking behind me, yeah, I keep that as looking behind me. Look behind. Look back. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. Oh, will you get out of my bloody way? Right, here we go. Let's go into Specutate. Let's get everything up. Display all. We have Phil, Moomin, PH4, and so PH4 is not on my friend list, so I need to just send a friend request to him, I think. Let's do that. Friends. Oh no, never mind that. I'm gonna find. Come on. PH47. But this, what I hate is that it tells you things in a place where it's got a list you've got to read. Bling! So annoying. PH47. Right, what's the next bits after that? PH47 VK. VK. Oh, he's got two. He's got two of them. Done. Send request. Oh, I've already received one. Oh, excellent. Good. He did it before I did. Oh, okay, so people will be able to see a blue screen right now. That's because I'm currently in the middle of doing stuff because I'm hosting this debacle. Let's get my stream up so I can see it. There it is. Let's get my stream. No, stop that. Right, I've got too many. Right, PH47 just said in my chat that he has sent a friend request. Excellent, thank you. I was doing it because I wasn't looking. Right, okay, let's have a look. First thing, let's just check we can go between all the different things, because we couldn't last week. It was nuts. And then I've got the hold on, let's go on board. Look behind. Okay, that works. Can't look behind in that one. I can look behind in that one. Look behind that one. Excellent, so that's great. So, today we've got the Specification series, round 4. We are at Alscace village, not reverse. Forwards village. I'm going to get Discord up and put it in that screen, so at least every screen has something in it. Every screen's got something in it. Da-de-da-de-da. Let's go F11, make it full size. Looking good, everybody. So I'm going to type into there. Be kind, at everyone. Be kind, as I am hosting for the first time on GT7. Wait, by using everyone... Oh, yes, I want to just tell them. Stupid thing. Right, let's have a look what we got. We've got Scrappy Roo, Christian Rhines, in my ear. Say something.
Yes.
There we go. We have on the track wonderful Diaco. Let's have a look at this. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to go... Has it got the variable replay options? Displays, nicknames... Nope. And his usual fantastic Jägermeister majiggy. I hope everybody has got their cars set up this time. Oh, I'm apparently on the track. I'm not, but whatever. I could be, but I'm not. 330 brake horsepower, minimum weight 1150. There is no PP limit. You can tune your car any way you like, and the only other whatchamacallits, I had deck joined. Was Deck racing before? He was, wasn't he? Yeah, Deck raced last week, didn't he? He got his brand new car. Okay, Scrappy Roo's disappeared from the ear roll, but that's fine. We'll just keep talking. Yeah. So, what was I saying? Let's go to somebody else so we can have a look at this. We've got PH4. Who is Travis? Is this Travis?
Yes.
Yes! I'm not saying my memory's getting better, it's just it's working a bit better today. I got some sleep and everything last night, it's amazing. Now, yeah, so 330 horsepower, 1150 kilos, there's no PP limit. The only other restrictions, I was trying to think of the word for it. The only other restrictions are the front splitter. You can't have the diffuser, which may change in the next lot, so that we get a bit more rear downforce for people that... well, no, actually the diffuser gives downforce over the whole car, not just the rear. And the wing is the medium height big wing. You can set up more ballast, less ballast, tune everything, how you get the engine to 330 horsepower. It's up to you. So different turbos, supercharged, whatever you like. All good. Racing hard tyres. Phil, this car sucks. Well, you did very well with it before, and what actually sucks is your tuning, so suck on that. Suck on that. Like a college... What do they call them? You get those hot college girls that do dancing in football matches. What do they call them? Cheerleaders. Like a hot co-ed cheerleader with a lollipop candy bar. We call them lollipops. God knows what America calls them. Everything's candy. We say sweeties. Hi, sweetie. Anyway, Phil, stop whinging. You're very good. You're much better than you think you are. You just need to listen to Hollywood. You just need to believe in yourself. And then you'll be fine. Oh my God. I was okay. I like the way I go off on a tangent. Well, I don't like it. There's nothing I can do about it. I mean, it's like just the way it is. I've been doing it for as long as I can remember, meandering off into different subjects. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. It's just the way my brain works. However, I do want to sort of be able to focus a little bit. Right, so we're on board with Travis. He's been hitting things. Let's have a look. Emirate boost. F. Melia Smith, who is called... No, wait a minute, don't tell me. I knew last week. It's not Seb. It's not Seb, is it? Seb's thingy. No, you're going to have to tell me. Alec! God, I should know that! My son's called Alex! God. And we got our deck. Oh, and he's still got the beautiful blue. See, this car, I have actually driven this car in real life, and Phil, it's not sucky. And it was that colour. Very nice. So, we know Phil doesn't like the car. We know Deck hasn't had much of a chance to set it up last week. Hadn't, but this week he's had a whole week to do it. But he does a lot of racing, so it's possible that he's not, you know. The other good thing that I noticed that it's not jumping around like it was last weekend. So that's good. Maybe they'll fix something. And then we got our Moomin. Oh, is this new? Is this a new... Let's have a look. Is this a new livery?
No.
Did he look like that last week? Because that looks really smart. I like that. Look, he's got makeup on his eyes. And before people say that I actually think Moomin's got makeup on his eyes, which he may have. Who knows? I don't really care. I'm talking about on the car. So let's go on board, do chase cam, and then do that. You can see? Come away from the eyes. Anyway, our Moomin, who has been doing very, very well. Let's see what else we've got. We've got... can't go on to me, because I'm not there. And then we've been on board with... Let's wait till he gets out of the pit lane. And then we can have a look. These Jägermeister colours. So, who else are we expecting? Are we expecting anybody else?
I don't think no. I know Ian can't make it. That's about right.
Ian. Yes. Right, so we need to, can you type in a message to everybody, please, telling them to set a fast time now, because I don't want to be... I mean, it wasn't actually Chris's fault last week. It was GT7. The whole weekend was just a nightmare in every single lobby that I had anything to do with, commentary or otherwise. This is what I'm checking. I can go between different viewpoints. So everyone needs to set. So what I want to do is make sure we get on this week to make up for, you know, Dyko actually had to leave before the end of the second race. So let's give him... Oh, understeer. That corner just catch you out. Oh, listen to that sound of that engine. I've always found that these BMW exhaust systems are quite tinny, but I love the sound of the straight six. The induction noise. Just, and in real life it's very nice too. It's a bit like Ferrari. The Ferrari V8 and V12 exhaust, again, there's a sort of a tinniness to them. I miss the bass note you get with like a Lamborghini V12 or even an Aston V12, you know. This is something that the Cosworth V12s that we are getting, the two Cosworth V12s that are currently, in my opinion, one of them certainly the greatest engine currently available in the T50, the 3.9 litre V12 in the GMA T50 and T33. It screams to 12,100 RPM, but also has that bass. It's just astonishing. So good. So good. So, Christian Vines, explain to me and the rest of the world, please. We can't... Like on GTS, we can bring up the list of who's fastest. How do we know who's fastest? We don't need to know, because if we start the race, it'll put the grid together that way. Yes?
Well, it automatically live updates on the left. And then if you scroll through, you can
So
see
that's like it is in GTS, where
yeah.
it puts that in the order of the fastest. Good. I just wanted to check because I didn't want to assume. So let's go through. We're on board with Travis, PH4, PH47. That's the chemistry joke there. PH427. So is definitely of a mild acidic nature. Between mild acid, PH4, something like, I don't know, vinegar, that kind of thing, acetic acid, and neutral. And he has his fastest times are 2:02.226. We have 5 people watching. Hello, 5 people watching. It's nice to see you. The bit I'm worried about, 2:03.061 for Alec. So that's pretty good. We know it's a Moomin doing his his fastest is 2:02, but he's not actually set a full fast time. Let's stay on board with Moomin for a second and watch him go round. Oh, okay, but he's gone in the pits because it loses into the pits. Yeah, the other thing it does, because you can't bring up the. Oh, I've got traction control flashing at me for Moomin. This is astonishing. Sometimes Chrissy will get. Sometimes Chrissy will get someone's sector times. I've had that once with someone. It's just very, very strange how this game works. He's actually chasing Deck at the moment. See, oh no, Deck's gone round and round in circles. We'll stay on board. Let's stay on board for a little bit. If Matt's going to appear, he'll be asking for this view anyway. I love that, modulating the throttle. That sort of dip round a corner. I just love that. I really love that. So 2:04.968, fastest time. Excellent. So he's currently in third. Diaco, let's do the same on board with Diaco. Did you see a faster time with Diaco before? Did you notice a time for Diaco? So we'll give it a couple of more minutes and then we'll start the race, if that's okay with everybody.
Oh, I should get the race going now, really.
Yes, it is 11 minutes past. Phil's not having fun. Has Dex set a time? Do we want to let Dex finish a lap? What do you think?
Yeah, so it's on the left now. I think Deck's actually the furthest one back, like on a lap.
So, Phil, I'll just go. I'll start last. He's not happy. Phil's not happy. Build up to it. Phil, we'll go afterwards. We'll stay after the whole thing. We'll stay on board, and I'll help you set the car up a bit for yourself. We'll figure out a way of doing it if you don't mind, just so we can. Because I hate to see you unhappy. I want everyone to be happy in this race and enjoy the driving experience. So, Dex fourth. There we go. So, let's go. Exit. Host menu, start the race. I hope I'm not going to be in there. No, I'm not in there at the moment. So everybody, the race is about to start. Spectate. Here we go. Oh good, it's not letting me change. It's broke again. Oh. So I'll start the race and it does not let me change angle. Bloody marvellous. Gran Turismo 7, what a pile of crap. So, fantastic start by the front two. Moomin's a little bit further behind. Diaco up the inside of Moomin. Was there a contact? I don't know, because this thing won't let me change anything. Deck lost a little bit of a few places there. Moomin down to 4th now after a great start. But he's battling with his old mate Diaco, 2 members of the dream team. Deck's up there, and then we've got our Phil bringing up the rear. Oh, everything's doing that wiggly wiggly thing again. Oh, good God. Gran Turismo. The hell. So, Travis disappearing off into the distance. Alec following him. Bit of a gap. Let's go back to Diaco and Deck now. Has got past Moomin. But those 3 are all battling away. And Phil's not that far behind. Phil, who doesn't like the car, but is still keeping up with these nut jobs. Oh, Deck going down the inside, and that's sweeping right-hander. Has he got it? He's got the shorter line. Diaco keeping out of his way, but we all know Deck is an alien. Oh, it's getting a bit squirrely. Definitely having a bit of trouble on the getting the power down and getting the weight transfer. So Moomin gets past Diaco.
My game's worked out. It's in a black suit. I shall hang around now.
Okie dokie, cool. Diaco's definitely doing a bit of drifty stuff. Phil's right up there with him. Look at that. See, Phil is brilliant. Not pushing too hard. So let's have a look. Moomin, now he's got past this battle with Diaco and... Oh, Deck's had a problem. Deck, who was ahead of them all, is now behind them all again and in front of Phil. Something's happened there. Deck's had a bit of a problem in his gorgeous blue car. We do like Phil. Look at this now. DWP racing colours. Look at that. Banana stripe and 4 oranges for wheels. Now, let's just have a quick check. Everyone has wheels this week.
Ooh.
Look at those shiny wheels. I do like the wheels on Travis's car. Very shiny. Oh, back end going as he gets the power down. Is it me or is Alec catching him up? So this is a 20-minute race. Yeah, I mean he sort of went back a bit, but he's got his head down. Travis is in fact pushing hard, hence the back end going when he puts the power down. So we'll keep an eye out for those. Moomin has maintained and increased his gap. 2 seconds now over Diaco, whose Deck has now pulled himself together and he's lining himself up to challenge Diaco again. Phil's now dropped back a little bit. Phil possibly had a bit of a problem. Let's have a look at this. So we're only on lap 2 of what will probably be, let's see, 2 minutes a lap, 20 minutes, 10 lap race, something like that. Oh, Phil loses the back end again. Oh, that's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. The weight transfer, so easy to do. So easy to do. Well, we'll let, as he recovers from that. Come on, Phil. Hold yourself together, bud. It is a problem with these. I know people can, oh, the back end's not sticking enough. Well, I've found ways of getting the back end to stick on these cars, but there's different types of stick. Oh, Deck, what are you doing, mate? Diaco parked on the apex like it was a car park. I keep coming back to this because he said this to me once when he rear-ended me because I braked a bit early so I could control the car to get it around the corner, and I suddenly find I've got to Diaco up my bum, and so he told me off that I shouldn't have parked on the apex. So I keep reminding him of it. It's a nice friendly joke. This is the battle, or a battle. A good battle. Both terrific racers. Deck's an alien, and Diaco is an what would you call it? An old campaigner. Not that old. He's not sort of super old. He's not as old as me, but he is a lot older than Deck, who turned 18 this last week. So happy birthday, Deck! Your birthday present is you get to fight with a mad, bad German motorcyclist that we all love. And Diaco, being the campaigner that he is, and the staunch racer, isn't just letting him past. So while that's going on, let's have a quick look at Moomin. Moomin's out on his own. He's definitely pulling away from Diaco, partly because Diaco's having a fight with someone, and partly because Moomin's just getting faster and faster and faster. Very competitive. And then at the front, oh, so Alec, who was catching up with Travis, is now nearly 4 seconds behind, 3.7 seconds behind. Okay, so Vines is left the ear, so it's just me. It's just me. He wants to actually watch the commentary in time with what he can see. Unfortunately, he's having all sorts of problems, not just with GT. So 4.5 seconds. So Alec really is falling behind now, because he's getting, so 2:04.395, whereas Travis is doing 2:02s. So I'm thinking Travis is definitely an alien. Also, an alien with shiny wheels. Moomin nearly 4 seconds ahead of Diaco, who's still ahead of Deck. Oh, it looks like Deck's had a bit of a problem again. Deck's another one that needs to sort the car out. And then 30 seconds behind we've got our Phil, who's having trouble with his back end. So yeah, I was saying earlier, everyone's sort of got gaps now, so we can relax a little bit. Still can't change angle, which is very annoying. Yeah, we got you've got turn in, you've got high speed weight transfer from the back, you've got aerodynamics, and whether the aerodynamics are keeping, so if you've got a high speed bend, then the aerodynamics should be holding the back end down, but if you get slower corners, then you're going to get weight transfer and you haven't got those aerodynamics to help you. You can see Deck is now chasing Diaco down again, because Deck is fast, but he's still not got the car sorted to his liking, I think. Diaco and Moomin, however, car's working very well for them. And Travis, oh, Deck's trying to get past. Come on, Deck, keep it patient, keep it patient. Moomin is now 6 seconds ahead. He's added 2 seconds just in that bit. Deck's got past. Oh, it's changed. I didn't think he would be that quick getting past. He's got past. Diaco's just keeping it consistent. Let's see, Diaco's on 2:05s, 2:06s. Moomin 2:04s. My goodness, he likes this car. 7.5 seconds up the road, we have Alec, who's in the 2:03s, and then commanding fastest lap, Christian Vines. Make sure you take that down at the moment, the fastest lap. So we need to remember who was first, second, third. It was Travis, Alec, and then Moomin, I believe, were first, second, and third for the points you get from that. First, 3, 2, and 1 in that order. Look at this, 2:02 is just getting faster and faster and faster. It's not just the skill of the driver. Obviously, that much quicker is definitely going to be the skill of the driver that explains most of it. But the stability on the back end, if you look, we can't change. I'd love to change camera angles and this kind of stuff. We can't, unfortunately. Let's have a look at this now. there's obviously differences between using a pad and using a rig, you know, a wheel and stuff. How gently you put the throttle down as you exit a corner, how much you put the throttle as you're going round a bend like that. If you put, and this, you get an S-bend afterwards, if you get a transfer of the weight and then you've got the throttle pushed down, the forces on the back of the car are increased, and as you get the weight transfer increased, what you've got to be doing is trying to keep the car as settled as possible so that it never wants to change direction. Whether it's the front losing grip or the back losing grip, it never wants to change direction. Something Jackie Stewart taught me in his videos. It just doesn't want to happen. So you've got to set it up so that it has as little problem as, oh, that's classic case in point. That's a tight right-hander with a camber change, and then you've got to turn the other way. And even Travis, as fast as he is, had trouble with that. So the way you drive alters that. Let's follow. Let's see, Moomin. Dex catching Moomin. We are 10 minutes in, halfway through this race. He's keeping station, is he? With Alec, maybe catching a little bit, but he's 11 seconds behind. Deck, however, has got his head down. He's now 15 seconds. Now, is that because Diaco? Yeah, Diaco obviously had a bit of a problem there. His last lap was a 2:17, so he's A and B has joined the house. A and B normally races in this, doesn't he? Yes, of course he does. So Diaco's had a bit of a problem. So that's the driving side, but then the setup side, you've got to have a car that weight transfer and direction change doesn't upset the rear or the front, especially on these cars at the moment. People are obviously having problems with the rear. Let's go back to Phil. Phil's made up a lot of time. Diaco had a bit of a problem though. So look, 208s, consistent 208s. Apart from that lap 2 where he span, Phil's got his head down. Let's watch Phil for a little bit. You've also got the thing where you apply the throttle. You want to get as much throttle down as you can for the speed, but if you put too much throttle down, it's going to spin the rear end. So that's the diff setting. You can alter the rake, you can alter how hard the suspension is, you can alter the height of the suspension. You want it as low as you possibly can while still getting compliance, but you want a rake on the car. You want the car leaning forwards, higher on the back than on the front. That stabilises it. Plenty of downforce on the rear so that it these higher speed corners like that, it keeps the rear in check. Then you get the camber change of direction. It's tempting there to have full throttle, but you've got to be careful that that weight transfer doesn't unstick the rear end so that the full throttle spins up the rear and you go careering off, pirouetting beautifully like a ballerina. Oh! And see, there's another one. If you look at the camber on the road there, Phil's been having a problem with this corner. You come out of that corner, you put your foot down, but you get a compression and then it goes light, lose the back end. Easy to do, very easy to do. So look at that, 207, he pulled himself together. Tyres are all looking good. I mean, the way this is set up, we've got tyre wear and we've got fuel usage on, but the way this is set up is so that effectively you don't have to worry about any of that in the 20 minutes of the race. It's just so that it stops you abusing the car, I suppose, though. I don't know. I don't think it makes any difference on that. Oh, deck's come off. Deck's come off. It's another over a crest. Could be that also maybe he's not so familiar with the course. Let's have a look at this one. This is another one where you get a change of direction and a camber change. And this last lap gave him in trouble there. Let's watch him to the end of the lap, see what lap time he gets. Nearly coming up to 15 minutes into the race, 14 minutes 40. Down the home straight, and what time do we get? 2:09. Okay, so that's because of the problems he had, a bit of a spin. Moomin, let's have a look at Moomin's times. He's getting faster and faster again. So he's 2:04s, 2:04, 2:06, bit of a problem, 2:05s, bit of a, you know, problems and battling, and now his fastest lap was 2 laps ago, 2:04.232. As I say, Moomin, super consistent. He's always, any car he's in, super consistent. Quick, maybe not the very quickest, but quick and always consistent. It's always a pleasure to race against him as well. A very fair racer. Let's watch him to the end of the lap. Let's have a quick look, see what's going on here. Good, right, back on board with Moomin. I want to watch him to the end of the lap. He's got his he's got his traction control on the highest setting, because we can see it on the screen. I'm sure we shouldn't be able to see it. Oh, he's pushing hard. He's pushing hard. I think he clipped the inside, which pushed him out wide, but he controlled it. Controlled it. So, with the differential, I mean, you've also got the brake balance front and rear, but with the differential, there's 3 settings on the diffs. There's initial torque, there's under braking, and there's under acceleration. Now, if you let's see if I can try and explain this as best I can. We'll go to the under acceleration. When you put your foot down, it locks the wheels side to side more the higher the number. So that means you get more traction, but the reason a differential exists is because when any car goes round a corner or a trolley or anything, the outside wheel is making a bigger circle, so it has to go faster. If you lock them together, it makes one of the wheels, inside or the outside, slide. 2:05, so he lost a second just on that little mistake, that little sort of bit of a problem. Let's on board with Alec. Follow not on board, but following Alec. 2:02. He's got 2:02s. Let's compare that with Travis, 2:016. That's ridiculous. Just getting faster and faster as his car gets a little bit lighter, but also he's definitely getting into a groove. That's superb. Right, so let's watch. Yeah, so you put if you have the differential locked more, that means it's allowing less slip between the wheels on each side. So the outside wheel cannot go quicker as easily as the inside wheel. So you put your foot down and you're turning, it's more likely to slide on the rear end and harder to turn. It's trying to make the car go straight. Now the under braking one, as you back off and do engine braking, it's having the same effect, and you can set them up. You can set them up individually. So the best way to do it is to have it loose, because you're always traction limited, but the big problem people have is that kind of thing happening, the back end going. So as you put your foot down, you want it not to lose the back end, so have that number as low as you can, which I think is 5. But then when you're under braking, you don't want the back end sliding around and coming round on you. What you want is the back end to be stable, so you have that number as high as you can. The initial torque, that's, I think, how quickly it locks up. So if you put your foot down, it locks up. So that's a lap. Let's now follow a bit of a masterclass, shall we say. It looks like he had a bit of a problem. He's lost 2 seconds, or 1.5 seconds on that last lap compared with the one before. But let's just watch how this goes. So the initial torque, I've not played with as much, but I would imagine the higher number you get on that, the 2 wheels will lock up quicker when you accelerate. So I tend to leave that. It seems to work pretty well for me on the setting that it comes with, which I think is 10. I think you can put it up to 40 or maybe more, but I tend to leave that. I'll play around with that when I get my seat, my play seat challenge, near my birthday over the next couple of months. Hopefully, I'll be able to sort of get back into driving around a bit more. I've freed up my desk so I can use it as a desk again. It's not, and it's been doing my back in as well, sitting on a desk chair trying to drive. Into a hairpin. And watch the way he applies. If you see the way he applies the accelerator, he doesn't stamp on it. He feeds it in, and then as you get a bit faster, the other thing you've got to remember is the faster you're going, the more you can put the throttle down. It depends on the power of the car. If you've got more power, you're going to spin the rear up more. But if you're going, as you speed up, the downforce increases, and you can get away with a little bit more. So you feed it in, see, feed it in, and then as he's straight, the other thing is he's straight. He's flashing his lights at us. He's flashing his lights. And he has won. That's the 20 minutes. What are you doing? He's messing about. He's messing about. Just because he's got 19 seconds. Come on, Alec, get over the line. Moomin, well earned third. Deck still chasing him down. Deck seemed to, because of the errors. Deck fourth. Diaco. By the way everything was fighting at the beginning, I did wonder whether Diaco would be, you know, you think, oh, look at that fantastic drift. What a wonderful drift. We've set it to the longest setting so that people get the chance to actually finish this time. That's another thing I just think is utterly bloody ridiculous. It should be longer than, was it 180 seconds? You should be able to do more than that. Diaco fourth and out. Will Phil get a chance to finish the race? How much time? It's not even giving me a countdown. Oh, it's that corner. It's the same corner. Phil really got a problem with that corner. So it comes around a hairpin and then you get a 90-degree left-hand bend and it then goes uphill. So all the different weight transfers. That seems to be a corner. It would be really interesting to sort of figure out, not you know, picking on Phil, but it would just be, it's the kind of thing I find very interesting to find out. Look at that last 2:05 172. That's super fast, man. And he gets to finish, and he just, what a super duper, really, really good. Well, I mean, that was a good race. Deck 2:02 dead zero last lap. Brilliant, really, really good. Hello, Dream Team. Is that Richie, or is that Diaco, or is that Moomin? Phil, I think you did great. Don't give yourself a hard time. I hope you enjoyed it. Right, now I've got to now set up the next one, because you can't change anything, can you? View event settings. Okay, that's view event settings. Save the replay. Save the replay. Got to save the replay. Save the replay. Spectate, abstract, host menu, start race. No. Right. Okay, so I'm going to type to everybody. We'll end and set up the DS3 lobby. So exit. Now, bear with me, everybody. So Alex saying, wish I had more time to set up. Yep, well, let's type this in again. Come on, man. What the hell? DWP series round 4 Race 2 DS3. This is come on now, race for real. Number of participants, whatever. Let's get the doodah. Where's Alscace gone? There it is. Ah! Using my little Alscace village. Oh, I've got to get this. Friends only. Endurance race. It's 20 minutes. Oh, 20 minutes long. Weather looks okay. Same. Grid start. Fastest BOP boost off. Slipstream real. Mechanical damage light. Visible damage on. Tyre wear rate ×1. Fuel consumption ×1. Grip reduction real. Oh, I've got to get this. Oh, come on. Get it up. Discord. Grip reduction real. Yes, okay, good. Longest time to finish the races. That works nicely. Filter by category, no. PP, no. Max power. Minimum weight. Okay, 1150. Yeah, come on. Usable type. No. Type racing. Only the. Required tyres hard. Can't use the shortcut penalty off. Is it? Hold on. Shortcut penalty is weak. Shortcut penalty is weak. Wall collision off. Car collision penalty off. Correct vehicle, no, get lost. Pit lane cutting is on. Ghosting is off. Flag rules on. No restrictions on all the counter steering stuff. Room is created. So annoying you can't save settings. Yeah, you could on the GTS, couldn't you? Couldn't you save, or you could actually bring them up and do like a screenshot or whatever. I think, says the person that has done very few of them. As Chrissy said, we tried to make this, or he tried to make this, and I agreed with him. Because I'm not in charge. I just kind of like, you know, I just appear now and again and talk a lot. As simple as possible. That's why all the assistances are still on. That's why you can tune it as much as you like. It's up to you. I know it's annoying. Some of you hate these cars. I know several of you, like Ian, maybe ABB, Richie, that kind of stuff, really hate some of these cars. However, the opportunity is there to get them to handle how you want, you know, with a bit of fiddling about. So whereas I always found on GTS, when everything was like BOP'd and you couldn't change anything, all the cars handled so badly for me, I just couldn't drive them. If anybody goes back to my first set of videos, first 10 videos, 5 videos, whatever, where I'm driving a Subaru Impreza, the McCrane Hutch Special, as it's called, around, starting at Suzuka and improving. I mean, I'm getting used to the game, but I'm also then improving the car and seeing how it changes the drive. Suzuka East it was, going down the first straight, braking into that first corner, braking, I just used to lose. It used to just spin. It was like Lewis Hamilton yesterday talking about how bad the car was to drive, and it was like driving on ice. It was like Turkey a few years ago when it was really damp and no one could go around any corner without everything going wrong. So, right, we are here. Let's change my car. Traditionally I like to change my car to the car that's actually on the track. There it is. Let's speculate. Now it's going to let me go What I need to make sure I do... What I need to make sure I do is have an angle I like. I mean, I suppose the advantage of it being external is you get to see everything. What I really want to be able to do is change... Oh, we can see! Traction control, everybody. No. So, Alec is showing us his settings today on traction control. Oh, A&B's in the house. Hello, A&B, welcome. Now, so many people hate this car. I can't remember whether you hate this car. A&B11. That's a nice. Oh, nice. Do you change it a little bit every week, or is it always the same one? I mean, I know you've always got the Red Bull stuff on it, but just wondering. Right. Okay, so let's just have a look at what people are typing in. Yeah, that's why I have the lobby settings as we get. So we're getting 3 new cars next week, but I bet nothing to fix lobbies. Well, they need to fix the fact that I can't change views when I'm spectating the lobby after starting the race, because that started last week. That started since the last update. So Vines is saying you can kick people. On GTS you could do everything in lobbies, even change settings or kick someone. Yes, exactly. You can stay in the lobby and then change what track, change all the settings. Of course, I'm used to seeing that. Not actually done it, but I'm used to seeing it. Phil, you could save 10 lobbies. Right, let's go and find what's moving go around in his pizza delivery van. Oh! It's really unusual when you see a front-wheel drive car losing the back end, but I have lost the back end in this car until and then I got it all sorted. Oh, it's flashing us! Woo! Everybody wave! Everybody wave! And then they did the update. I fiddled around with the settings, and it was brilliant and pointy, but you could pull the rear end out of a slide using the throttle like you can in a real front-wheel drive car. Then they changed it because of all the complaints, and the back end started going again, so I had to fiddle around with it again. The trick with this one is to put ballast in it, which you need to get it to the minimum weight, but put the ballast forward, so it's something like 60% weight at the front, 40 at the rear. Give it a rake, 15 mil difference front to back, make it as low as you can. Don't make the suspension too hard. If you do, you'll just understeer. Once again, differential settings. Under braking, biggest number, 60 I think it is. Under acceleration, lowest number. Leave the other one alone. So Vines has got to get going. He's got to do his thing. Double booking. Anyway, we'll beat him up later. So it seems that Phil and Vinesy have been having fun kicking people last night, and he'll re-watch the stream to get the data. So the last one we had. Let's go to somebody else. Let's go to Alec. Dex joining eventually. So, Phil, is that? This was after the EDTM last night. You lot went off and did something. Okay, cool. So good to see Matty back. Then what you do with your ABSs and your brake balances and your traction controls, I tend to leave the traction control on the lowest setting. because I like to use my accelerator. If you can be more careful with the accelerator, feed it in, try and get it as straight as you can before you get full throttle, that helps. The turbo I put on this car, I use the mid-range so that you don't have to rev it out so much, because you just get that little bit fuller torque, because you're pulling the peak power down anyway. You just get a fuller torque curve. So hopefully everyone's setting their times. The lobby's been open now for coming up to 8 minutes. We'll take it to 10, 11 minutes to make sure everyone's got a fast time. So let's have a look. Now on board with, frankly, the class act of the field so far. Listen to the engine, the exhaust note. That sort of a rasp. So it sounds to me that Travis has not changed the exhaust to the full racing exhaust, but Alec has. So's Moomin. Look at that dashboard. Look how orange that dashboard is. It's fantastic. Oh, understeer, understeer. Arriba, understeer. So we got Travis. What time is his fastest? 203.8. This car is slow, even though it's got the same horsepower and the same weight. It is slower than the BM, even for me. In the first race, I went on the track as we were, learning the ropes and fiddling around and this kind of stuff, with both of the cars. And in this car, on that, I can't remember what the track it was now. I can see it in my mind's eye, but I can't remember what it was called. I set the weight distribution 50-50, and the back end kept coming around. Although the same corners that Richie and Ian were losing the back end on, fast sweeper, you're accelerating out of it, and it would swing the back end round for them, and it was swinging the back end round for me, until I pushed the ballast position forwards, so that it was 60 forwards, 40 rear, and then it stopped doing that, and I could fire it out on the throttle. And you might get a little bit of a wiggle on the back, but it just pulled it straight again with the power. It's really, really good. Really, really good. Now, I think Phil likes this car more. Nice little sort of qualifying race. You got Alec. I can just imagine Alec on the radio to his team. He's blocking me. It's it's insanity. Oh dear. Let's take this from Phil's perspective. He's being flashed. He's off. Oh, it's so unfortunate. He was doing so well. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was his first flying lap as well. Come on now, Alec. Because the thing is, Alec's set a bunch of times already, so he's already second fastest. Okay, so's Travis, so's Moomin. There are 1, 2, 3 people, 4 people. What's Deck doing? Is he just going to sit at the back? Who haven't listened to that? Isn't it great? Okay, so we're going to be on board with Phil. Oh, he's got a penalty for crossing the line. Mate, I'll just go back to the pits and come out again, honestly. You were Funniest Cowboy has joined us. Hello, my man. How you doing? Do not cross the orange line. Get round the corner. Don't cross the orange line. That penalty is on. So keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Now. you're okay. Get in there. Excellent. I'm glad you're good. Glad you're good. Right, I'm going to let Phil, and A and B need to do at least one lap. So we'll follow Phil, and when he's done the lap, flying lap, I know it's a little bit longer, I'm so sorry, but I would like him to at least get a qualifying time, unless he tells me otherwise on the chat. Beer and coffee, good combination. I use that combination myself. Remember, again, this is for anyone listening really, you accelerate as you're turning front wheel drive, or you'll get his understeer. Very gentle. The whole front wheel drive, it's slow in, fast out. You've got to go slow and controlled in, and then you catapult your way out. So I know this is 14 minutes it'll be, okay, so it's classic. You've got to brake, then turn, then accelerate. So he's got a 2:06 on his out lap. Which is faster than Moomin's. Okay. So, last lap, everybody. I'm going to be in this position. Hopefully this will, if it doesn't let me change view when I start the race. Oh am I meant to be on board with Phil? I do like that colour grey. I've always liked that colour grey. I like black, white and grey cars. Always have. But I also like blue. The problem is that a lot of cars are that sort of electric blue colour these days. So it's like my ex, she who must not be named, if Richie is the traditional name. And Richie, you're not the first person to tell me to not talk about her, because it doesn't do me any good. She got the title. I mean, see, look, this is where, see that compression, that's where Phil was losing it in the M3. It's a fierce turn and it goes uphill, but you get a compression and a camber change, and you just got to be so careful. Nice and wide, turning in, hitting the throttle. Here we go, end of the lap. We'll be starting as soon as he finishes his lap. 2:10. Excellent. Right, so replay options. Do I get to? No, that's something else. Exit. Nice handbrake turn. Right. Host menu. Start the race. View event settings. I mean, that's not even showing you anything. So I'm putting this up. You can watch this at this point to see the settings of the race, should anybody need to know what they are. No, still not letting me change. Fine. Oh God, Gran Turismo. What do you like? Steady. And we're off. Oh, look at those gold wheels. I like that. So, excellent start by Alec. Oh, look at the wheels spinning. And what's going on back there? Phil getting just span the wheels up, span the wheels up. Once again, Travis off into the distance. Man, hot pink and green. That looks like, you know, you get those sweets that are sort of super bitter, you know, tart sweets, aren't they like that? Alec, nice clean Kanzai. And then let's have a look at this battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. We have Travis followed by Alec at the moment, followed by Diaco, Moomin, Deck and ANB, with Phil at the back, but again keeping in touch with them all. Oh no, in fact it's Phil and ANB having a little fight of their own. Right, so go Moomin and Deck side by side. Let's go back to watch. Okay, is it that Deck got past Moomin? I think it is. And then at the back, oh, Phil taking too much speed into that and not having the camber to deal with it. Oh, look at that. Phil's trying to get right. Phil, listen, I'm going to do my race engineer like I do with AMB. It's that corner again. That corner again. But Phil's getting it right in this car. AMB, too much speed going into it and washing out sideways. It's fantastic. You get that sort of, oh, Phil hitting the grass under braking. That's why the back end went round earlier. So fastest lap at the moment, a 2:07.9 by Travis, who's got 2 seconds over Alec already, so it doesn't seem to matter what car that he's in, front or rear wheel drive. These two are off. Now, Deck. Is Deck going to be able to... Let's have a look at something. Can you see the rake on these cars? I want to see if you can see a rake difference physically. I don't know if you can. Diaco, Moomin. Now I know Moomin likes this car, but Diaco's got his mojo this time. He's not going to be going behind people, not like last time. Deck also seems to be enjoying this car a bit more than the BM. Now AMB. We're on lap 2 of this 20-minute race. Race 2 of round 4 of the DWP, the Done With Precision Department of Work and Pensions. Oh, look at that, using all the track and more. If you've got the inside wheels on it, that's fine. Let's follow Phil for a little while because we like the. Oh, it's just such a good. So this is the DWP Done With Precision Team man. Phil the Hooligan from the United States of America. Now his real race engineer is 4 years old. He's a junior member of his team, and is as cute as a kitten, possibly cuter. Anyway, so yeah. So if you're using the grass, it's the inside wheels that you want to be using on the grass, not the outside wheels, obviously. Now, he's catching AMB up quite quickly. Very quickly. Like hand over fist. Has AMB got a puncture? Has he died at the wheel? He's not an auto drive, so it's not like a fill block, as they're called. Right, let's go quick through. So 2:03.535, fastest lap again for Travis in the Sour Sweet liveried car with Monster on the front. He's gone even faster again on that sector. Then we've got Alec, who's being chased down, a 2:05.3, so that's a full 2 seconds slower than Travis. Is ridiculous. But going faster than him is the Deck, who started a bit further down the field. He started further down the field, had his battles to get past people, and he's now wanting second place. I don't think he's got the speed to you've got to see, it's a funny one, that one, isn't it? You want to use the camber. Diaco taking a good line there. You want to use the camber, but you don't want to go too close in because you'll lose speed. It's difficult. Hand over fist, catching him hand over fist. I don't know what I just want to do. Quickly go through the field again. Let's just see. Okay, so 2:04, 2:05, 2:04, 2:05. So fast. 2:06, 2:10. So something definitely went on there. Yes, he definitely had a problem. And 2:11. Brilliant. Let's follow these two. Deck challenging. This is the battle at the moment. I thought there was going to be a battle between Phil and A and B, but whatever problem A and B had, he seems to have sorted it out. Oh, Deck pushing so hard, he ended up on the grass. Come on, Deck. I know you're focused. I know you've got your target in sights, but it can't be chasing time. If you're chasing time, that's what's going to happen. Says the guy that is nowhere near as fast as Deck. Oh, but another person who's pushing hard. Let's just try and go again. No, just wanted to see if I could change angle again, but no, of course you can't. Let's just check whether he's got an even faster lap. No, almost identical. 1/10 of a second slower. Must have made a major mistake for that 1/10 of a second. Right, Diaco, of course, who has been completely wonderfully consistent, is now challenging. Oh, he's doing his Diaco light flash. The Diaco flash, is that what we're going to call it? Does that sound rude, though? I love the way it's, when you crash, you get sort of smoke coming out the front, and when you spin the wheels up, you get smoke coming off your tyres. I love that. That's one of the things GT7's got right. If only they could get the actual gameplay right. The nuts and bolts doing it again, flashing to distract. Now, what we need is for no cats or family members to interfere with Diaco's race today. That would be bad. Very bad indeed. Very, very, very bad. This is see, we thought it was Deck chasing after Alec that was the battle, and it may well be, but we've now got Diaco chasing after Deck, chasing after Alec. So this is pretty good. Let's just go back and say hello to Moomin, who's only 3 seconds behind. We are, get away from 8, nearly 9 minutes into this 20-minute race. Lap 5. You can see on the map in the top right-hand corner how far ahead Travis is. Then you get a group of cars, a chunky bunch, and then you can see how far behind these two are, but they are in a battle. I mean, okay, it's 4.5 seconds, but it's not that far behind. It only needs one mistake. So I think Travis has eased off a bit, because there's no point in worrying, and he's playing a smart game. Alec also has eased off a bit because he knows he's not. Deck is after him though, so okay. Now Deck has gapped Diaco, but Diaco's ready to pounce, and Moomin's ready to pounce if anybody in front makes a mistake. No one here gives up. Let's have a look at these times, because we know. So what am I doing? Wrong thing. Lap 3. Lap 3, Moomin had a bit of an issue. 2 seconds. No. 2 seconds on his fastest time. Lost 2 seconds and then gained a second of that, more than a second of that back. Diaco. So again, very consistent. Diaco. 205s. It's quite a lot quicker than Moomin in this front wheel drive car. Is it that they're both fast? The thing is, it's not like, you know, oh, these good, he's rubbish. It's not like that at all. How much of it is because they've found a sweet spot in their setup, and how much is just they're more used to that style of car? This is stuff we can find out by asking them. Right, we are back to this battle for third. 11 minutes in, 10.5 minutes in, nearly 11 minutes in. Halfway. Deck's been setting his fastest times again. We'll follow Deck. We'll stay on board with Deck for a little while. Different lines are taken around there. You get that lovely compression. I've not mentioned the A470 for 10 minutes, so I'll mention it now. It's some of my favourite parts of the A470 are where you get those sweepers with that sort of camber and compression, and you can fire yourself out of them. Usually in a front wheel drive car. I have driven rear wheel drive cars on it extensively, including the car I passed my test in, the FSO Polonaise with its live rear axle. It's 86 brake horsepower, 1500cc, Fiat derived Polski Fiat engine, and it's twin headlamps. Here we go. It's right there. I don't think slipstream has anything to do with this course. It's more lines. Oh, it's up the inside. That was superb. But it's not over yet, though. Alex not just letting him go, but that was superb. That was a proper overtaking manoeuvre where he took a wider line in, so he had a tighter line on the way out. Superb. That's why I love this. 2:04.829. Let's stay on board with him because I want to know what his lap time is, because it's going to be low 2:04s, I'm thinking. Don't jinx him, Andrew. Don't jinx him. What? Not a chance. I can't believe that was at 2:05. It was just fast. Let's see what Alec had. 2:06, okay. Little bit of wear on the tyres, not much though, but only on the fronts. Makes sense, front wheel drive. I think Deck likes this car. So, now, let's look at the times for Travis. He's still in the 2:03s. The high 2:03s, low 2:04s. So I don't think Deck's going to be... Whoa, something's happened to... Oh, we missed it. Oh, that's so annoying. Right, lap 7. Diaco's right up. So Alex had a problem. We missed it. He's lost seconds. Diaco's challenging him. Diaco will be able to get past, perhaps. Oh, Alec ended up a little bit on the grass. Just a tiny bit. So Diaco's stolen fourth after Alec made a mistake, but Alec will be wanting to come back. Diaco's flashed his lights, but there's no one in front of him yet. He's got to wait until he gets past before he flashes his lights. He's not. See, this is it. Look at this. Is what Diaco, Dirky Dirk, or Dirk. I don't know which one. Whether I called Mudgelina Dirky Dirk or Diaco Dirky Dirk. Our Dirk, the Dirk, Diaco. Look at that. He's gained a second. And sat in the background, only 2.3 seconds behind, is Moomin, who will be wanting to get in on this. Right, so Deck has now got 4 seconds. But that's coming down. Diaco's after him. Diaco's gone mad, he's going so fast. Except for he's made a mistake. Oh, he went too deep into the first part of that chicane, that large chicane. So that's brought Alec right back into it. Meanwhile, Moomin is still there waiting. Let's go back and see. Oh, no. Phil is no longer... We don't know what's happened, of course. This is something we can check. Because I will be saving it and sharing it with everybody. I'll share them with everybody so that anyone, you know, Chrissy can have a look. So it seems that the place to be to see all the fights is sort of third and fourth. All the fights, third and fourth. Now, interestingly enough, Moomin is keeping station. Not keeping station. That's not the right. Keeping pace. That's what I wanted to say. With the two fighting in front, and Diaco, who wasn't making inroads but was still super fast, is staying ahead of Alec. Alec perhaps is pushing a little bit too hard in an attempt to keep up. Not to keep up, but to get back past and get his third place back. He will be thinking, this is my third place. You can't have it. Just like that. He probably even talks like that. Or maybe he talks like this. Oh, we get the flashes! Diaco flashing the world. Hello, world! Everybody wave! Woo! Is it me? Moomin isn't closer with time. He just looks closer. I don't know what's going on. Diaco's got that second. Can he keep it together? He's entering that corner again. He got it right this time. Didn't overcook it into it this time. It's very easy to do. You're concentrating on trying to go as fast as you can, and you're breaking points and all this kind of stuff. So easy to do. Deck 20 seconds. They've got 20 seconds difference now to Travis. It's yo-yoing between. Oh, see, Alec is sort of catching up a little bit now. No appreciable tyre wear, but Diaco's got the bit between his teeth. The cat has obviously come to an agreement with Diaco. I had a word with him. I can speak cat, and even with a German accent, I can speak cat. Though obviously I don't do it as well as I do with an English accent. And I said, just leave him alone. He's a good racer. We want him to have fun. Don't jump on him. Watch from the side. Find a fly. Find a Reinschnaken to follow around and hit. Do that. Leave your daddy alone. He's busy. And he went, meow again. That's what he said. That's what we all say. Only the other day we were all saying it. I've just done the wrong thing. Oh no, don't press that button. Idiot, Andrew. As they say in Deutschland, Quatschkopf. Right, so with 1 minute 15 seconds to go of this race, let's have a recap. 22.7 seconds ahead, doing ridiculous times and having the fastest lap, Travis. PH47 VK in his pink and sour green sweetie car with beautiful goldy wheels, goldy shiny two-tone wheels. Then we have the Deck, who fought his way through the field in his battered Citroen DS3 Racing to take second position away from Alec, who had pulled quite a lead. Stunning drive there, stunning drive. Now he's not been mistake free, but he's so fast and he's definitely knuckled down. We're on lap 10. Very likely, let's see, where are we? Very likely to be, yes, it's definitely going to be the last lap. This is the last lap because He's got 4 seconds to get to the end of it, and that's not going to happen. So all Travis has to do is get to the end of the lap, and he's won. Diaco, after a mistake by Alec, Diaco got past, and I don't know, has gone into super Diaco mode. Super Dirk sort of came out. I don't know where he's been, but he's just got nuts, and all he has to do is get to the end of the lap without making any mistakes, and he's third. Alec, superb drive, one mistake cost him. He was taken by Deck in a brilliant overtaking manoeuvre. Cost him. Let's watch the leader go over the line, and he's the winner. We've got a bit of time. Moomin, another super. Look at those times, super consistent. He's always there. He's only 1.5 seconds. A few more laps, and he'll be catching Alec up perhaps and having a bit of a battle with him, and then bringing up the rear. Brilliant drive by A and B, who we know doesn't like this car, and Phil, who we know doesn't like this car, but you know, Dex over the line, second. Diaco over the line backwards. Alec and Moomin, everyone's finished. What a superb race. What a super duper race. Right, let's get this replay saved before anything goes wrong. What a super duper race. That was excellent. I'm so impressed with that. Really good. Wasn't that brilliant? Travis liked that car. I can tell because he just put great car in there. Lost 6 seconds, had to pause as I was rudely interrupted. It wasn't by a cat, was it? Was it a cat? Because I can have a word with the cat. I speak cat. Oh, come on, Phil! You did great. You were catching and fighting and doing all sorts of stuff for a while. Honestly, you get these things set up. You're a fast driver, man. You just give yourself a bit of time. I'll join your party afterwards, and we'll talk about it. Right. So there was a cat on my desk. It didn't get 2 in the way. Well, the cat obviously knows me and is doing it for me because I speak cat. He parked it. All right then. Okay. Oh, Greed is taking over GT7. Oh, that must be one of those, like, you know, like what you type in your thing and it just comes automatically. Fine, yeah, that's very true. Diaco, I know that cat issues. Yes, he does, but not today. Superb job. Podium. So, fastest lap in both races goes to Travis. In the first race, it was Travis, Alec, and then Moomin, I believe. But Vines will have to go back and check that. Second race, fastest lap, Travis, and it was... Oh, come on, Andrew. Travis, Alec, and who was third? Was it Diaco or was it Moomin? I don't know. Exit that. I'm doing this so that when Vinesy looks at it, he'll know. So I've got to find... So, because remember, you get a point for the fastest lap, you get 3, 2, 1 points for qualifying first, second and third, and then you get all the points that you get for the actual race, which is some. I could read it out, but I really can't be asked. Class of the field, Travis. Rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive. Brilliant. Alec, also excellent. Diaco, excellent. Moomin, excellent. Deck, excellent, but needs to breathe more. Phil, excellent, but needs to set the car up. He got booted off the game? What? Right now? It's because I've ended the stream, not the stream, the oh. Everything's gone black. Everything's just gone. Yeah. It's just gone black. Okay, I don't know what's gone on here. No, I got booted up as well. The whole screen's black, as you can see. So I'll end the broadcast there, because there's no point you just seeing a black screen. Stupid thing. So I will say thank you so much. Yeah, everyone's just gone pop. Maybe it's an update, and the update's going to be fixing all the idiotic problems, or some of it. Yeah, Autopolis next, I believe. I will stop this here. Thanks for joining me. I hope that went okay. I seem to go okay. We didn't lose anybody because it went on for a million years. We just couldn't change angle. But other than that, that went okay. That was pretty good. Maybe we should get together on Discord and find out what email we send our complaints to, and tell the people in Polyphony what they need to be fixing. Other than that, broadcast ends here. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night.